The second spotlight speaker is Frédéric Vacher. Frédéric is the head of innovation at Vacher Systems. Please join me welcoming Frédéric.
Good morning, everyone. So let's step back a little bit on talking about digital twins, from digital twin to virtual world. So first, it all came up, 40 years ago on paper and pen, right? Engineers were imagining and designing, engineering their parts with a pen. And at that time, people were starting to digitalize this process, making a drawing on a computer. But it was not at all the Dassault Systèmes DNA. The bet of the company was not to digitalize, but to virtualize. It means that if you need a drawing, you will generate the drawing from the 3D model. So the data model around all Dassault Systèmes history is key, because this is the way to represent the world. The world is not flat, it's not in 2D, it's a special world in 3D, and it has to start from that. From a part to a complex product, what we call digital mock-up. And everything you are doing in the virtual space can deliver value as you have the data model. You generate everything you need. The drawing, obviously, the renderings, the NC programming to program your NC machines, the robot programmings. So here it comes to the real automation and the real value. So when we talk about AI those days, the real trend is not AI, it exists for long, machine learning, deep learning, reinforcement, and so on. It's generative AI, because it really brings a real value out of your data. Obviously, from the product to the factory, and all factories are around the world mostly virtualized with our solutions, especially in aerospace. 100% of planes, drones flying around are digitalized with our solutions. It's 8 of 10 out of cars on the roads today. And the real big deal is to have the real virtual twin of the product, of the process, and on the factory, which is 100% conform with the reality. So we are a science-based company to do what you need to do in the virtual space, to define it, to optimize it, to simulate it before doing it in the real life. And then when you are doing it in the real life, like in this factory, monitor it, to follow it, optimize, and execute. We started a lot of those virtual twins on the cloud around virtual plateaus. It started with the Falcon 7X, and here you have an example with the Boeing 787, because all the big industrial projects are not done by one player. They are all collaborative projects. And here you see with Boeing, there are 200 industrials around the world working collaboratively into a digital mock-up, which is obviously very secured. The IP of this project is very important and orchestrated by Boeing. As we are hosted by Boeing, I cannot resist to mention a project on building and constructions. I started in the 90s with Hungary. I created a joint venture to virtualize building. Obviously, with Hungary, it was complex building, so simulation were required. But as we've done the offer, and now Bouygues is a strong partner of Dassault Systèmes, the big thing is not only design and simulation, but it's collaboration on project management to run your project on plan or on schedule. Virtual twin, virtual factories, virtual universe, as now we are modelizing the complete territories on cities, are all your products are connected. It has been mentioned in the past. And since 10 years, we're investing a lot on virtualizing human. Virtualizing human from molecules to organs. Many examples. And in the past, obviously, we're working a lot in medical devices, in prosthesis. But molecule designing at the nanoscales is very important. And this is where AI and Gen AI will play a strong role to help the pharmaceutical company to invent the next molecules. A few examples here. Living Art project, virtualization of the art to not only design in 3D, which is just a visualization. This is not at all the value we are providing. It's the real physics which is behind in the virtual world. And from that, we can go over a lot of usages like virtualizing arteries to, with AI, provide the real match with the real stent that the surgeon will have to implant, and very soon produce the stent on demand. A project in India, we are reconstructing skull of patients in order to design prostheses, 3D print prostheses, and the surgeon will implant the real prostheses based on the form of the patient. For facial surgery, obviously, it's very important. It's already in production. An innovative project in France, Lattice Medical, we scan the breast of a patient in order to design, in lattice design, generative lattice design, with 3D print with biomaterial, which is the same material than the sewing for skins, so that the surgeon will implant this prosthesis, the tissue will grow on this prosthesis, the prosthesis will disappear in the body, so the woman will recover her form. Another innovative project is this micro-robot, kind of pill you are swallowing in order to avoid a coloscopy. So in this pill, you will be able real-time to see inside the body of the patient in order to detect. Another project which is of interest, which is under clinical trial at Hartmann Radiotherapy Center, the biggest in Europe, in Neuilly. A virtual reality experience for the patient to live his radiotherapy treatment before the real one. It's very important because it's distressing the patient so that he's calmed down and the treatment is going well right the first time. So using virtual worlds for good. This is also an interesting project, mixing simulation. During COVID, we used a lot. We supported 150 projects, by the way, during COVID over our platforms. Sneeze simulation to understand the propagation of the virus, to help better protection, but also to help the hospitals to protect themselves and to see the propagation of those viruses inside a building. What we are building is 3D universes, which is the aggregation of all those virtual twins within an environment in order to deliver real usage, real value. So it's not just aggregating data from satellites, from sensors to monitor, but it's also to real-time have a way to assist the, in that case for territory management in case of fire, assist the best rescue plan. So we model all the rescue system on parameters so that our algorithm can provide the best route. Algorithm, by the way, which are used in most of the big logistic chains, like the ones you know when you buy and you receive your packet in front of your door. Those guys are our clients. So this is, in short, the history of Dassault Systems. I created 10 years ago the 3D Experience Lab to accelerate disruptive innovation that strongly impact the society in order to influence the metamorphosis of the industry. Metamorphosis of the industry is the next 20 years. We'll have to inspire the transformation for a better world. And this is what we do at the 3D Experience Lab. It's a collaborative project. Everyone is welcome to help building a better world. We are accelerating projects in life sciences, in energy, in mobility, small startups that think bold ideas, disruption, and we help them to go from an idea to product and industrialization. You can find in the App Store 3D Experience Lab, you can take all those projects with you in augmented reality or online in a virtual world because, as you know, Dassault Systèmes is bringing also 3D everywhere, not only for the industries. Thank you very much.